dailies, our feedback and all the events that played out following the visit of the president to Benue State, who is currently in mourning after about 200 people were killed by suspected herders. We have heard from all of those who spoke during the meeting of the president. The president got there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get to the community where that unfortunate attack had taken place, Yawata, but he did visit the hospital where some of the survivors were recuperating, and then headed to the banquet hall where he spoke. We also had the traditional ruler, Tʀᴇɪᴅs, Professor Ayatse, who also spoke. We took out the comments from these particular individuals because they did say things that have sparked a lot of reaction across different media platforms. The governor himself has said that they would find a way to solve this problem. A peace committee has been put together comprising of both present and former governors, including about 2 traditional rulers. Maybe because of their in-depth understanding of the workings of the state, he's hoping that they would have enough information to know how to proceed with this unfortunate killing, or at least to attempt to abate this unfortunate killing that's going on in Benue State. That was the story that trended the most across all of our dailies. But we did have a couple more stories that we were not really able to get into because of our time, but we analyzed them the best that we could. I would just read through some of the headlines for you because it's Open Mic Thursday, which means that you don't have to react to the stories that we reel out. You can choose whatever story you want. It could be something from as far back as Monday and you didn't get the opportunity to react, and so this is a perfect opportunity. You can bring it back, you can give your opinion on that story and allow us to also have a conversation here on radio. It's Open Mic Thursday. So I'll read out the headlines of today for those of you who probably want your memories refreshed so you can put your thoughts together. The Punch newspaper told us low funding, vandalism limit TCN's power transmission effort. I also saw yesterday that there was a community in Delta State. Unfortunately, I'm just remembering this. There's a community in Delta State, Undokwa, is it, where they've not had power for 16 years. Imagine a place in Nigeria here. They've not had light for 16 years, almost 2 decades, and the youth took to the streets to protest yesterday, although they were later dispersed. According to a report, they were dispersed by security agents. But the broader concern here, imagine a community in Delta State not having power for 16 years, a town there. How exact, I wonder what the economy of that place is like. I wonder what the day-to-day is like. Are there businesses there? Because how do you run a business in a place like that? 16 years. It's very unfortunate. I've seen this headline about the power sector, just brought back that story to my head because I read it yesterday. I think it was in the Punch or a Daily Post or something like that. Anyways, low funding, vandalism limits TCN power transmission effort. We do have here INEC fires back at coalition over 2027 party registration delay. We have Enugu confirms headsman attack, arrests suspected informants. Tinubu assembles top brass, ex-governors to end Benue killings. We have $457 million unremitted fund. Reps tackle 13 oil firms, recover 86 million naira. We also have USSD debt. Subscribers, banks, telcos agree on airtime billing. So moving forward, your USSD charges will be taken from your recharge card rather than your bank. So it will be taken from your recharge card. I think 6 naira for 120 seconds. That's what the charge is. We also have for Vanguard newspaper, Benue killings, we will confront land grabbing head on to bring peace, says the president. Tinubu, Oyo renovates government house with 63.4 billion naira to mark 50th anniversary. That's in the Punch newspaper. We also have this story here. Tʀᴇɪᴅs to Tinubu. Benue facing well-planned genocidal invasion by terrorists, not farmer-header clashes. We have here PDP crisis, not about Atiku alone. It's an ego battle, says Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State. He had a media parley yesterday. Finally, we have Kanu's incitement led to violence in Southeast. DSS tells the court. And there's this metro story here. Kanu man sets himself ablaze. That's the summary of some of the stories that we reviewed this morning. 0913-6000-410. The phone line again, 0913-6000-430. WhatsApp once again, 0913-6000-430. 430. Let's take our first call. Please remember you have just 1 minute. Hello, good morning to you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well, thank
Thank
you.
God today. I'm the first person.
It's nice to have you. Go ahead, please.
And I'm happy you talk about my Ukwane nation, Ndokwa West, Ndokwa East.
Right. Yes, the place where they don't have lights.
Yes, I'm an Ukwane woman. I'm from Abi.
Okay.
Yeah. From what is 16 years? Since I was born, I don't think they will have lights in those areas.
That's unfortunate.
That maybe those people are not doing their corporate social responsibility to us. But I think they are connected with the leaders there. When they collect solar panel on roofs. Almost everywhere. Oil producing area. I keep asking there since 19 Gogoro. What have they really done? Why are they really connecting with the leaders to be playing with light? It's not only of my people that will be enjoying light because they are there. There are oil servicing companies all over Ukwane land, particularly Ndokwa East and Ndokwa West.
Thank you very much. Thank you
You should put their legs down and make sure they give them the step down. The deputy governor is from my area.
Thank you so much for calling. Have a beautiful morning. Hello. Hello.
Morning, Sage.
Yes,
my name is Robert. Is today open mic?
Yes, it's Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Let me shame the governor of Benue State. Shaming him for celebrating the death of his people instead of mourning them. You are arranging people to dance for the president instead of you to mourn. And I also want to shame the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for not declaring a state of emergency in Plateau and Benue. At least to allow soldiers to be on ground and reduce killing. And let me also shame the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Agbabia and his colleagues, for not making a law that will restrict the movement of these headers. Because as we speak now, they are the one bringing this problem to all the communities, not only in Central and North Central, also in my own place, South. Let me say that they're supposed to make a law and we see that movement after we have a personal business, it's not a general business. That's my open mic. Thank you very much. God bless you.
You have a great day. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, my name is Austin Godson from Ojudu.
Welcome.
Yeah, yesterday when I saw the news about Ndokwa not having lights for 16 years old, I'm from Abi. But my mom was raised in Umutu, so we all grew up in Umutu. Now, from Umutu to Abraka to Obiaroko, they are all more like a neighboring villages. Do you know that there is an express leading from Agbo all the way down to you will pass your express? As we speak, I traveled home last December. That road has been abandoned. People no longer use the road. In fact, it has turned to bush. I was so surprised when I got there because it's been a long time. I came to Lagos in 2002. So when I went back, that December period, I was so surprised at the road. I was even expecting that maybe probably by now they must have dualized the road. I was so surprised that the road has been abandoned. So it's not just light. Both the road, all the roads in those regions are so bad that people now, boys now use the advantage to wait for cars, to kidnap people, to demand for ransom.
Thank you.
So Delta State government are not trying at all. They are not trying at all. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. I'll play some of the sound bites, maybe two, because of time. I really want to get comments together, especially for those of you who want to talk about Benue State. Yes, let me first play the president, and then I'll play something from Tōtīv, Professor Ayatse, on the situation in Benue State.
How come no arrest has been made? I expect there should be arrests of those criminals. Christopher, thank you very much. I watch your comments and I know you can't be tired of stay in the bush, and Oloyede and Basha, thank all of you, but we need to keep our ears to the ground. Let's get those criminals. Let's get them out. So DGNIA and DGSSS, retool your information channels and let's have tangible intelligence that this will not occur again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
About the misinformation and misrepresentation of the security crisis in Benue State, Your Excellencies, it is not herder farmers clashes, it's not communal clashes, it's not repressor attacks or skirmishes. It is this misinformation that has led to suggestions such as remain tolerant, negotiate for peace, learn to live with your neighbors. What we are dealing with here in Benue is a calculated, well-planned, full-scale genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign by herder terrorists and bandits, which has been on for decades and is worsening every year. Wrong diagnosis will always lead to wrong treatment. So we are dealing with something far more sinister than we think about. It's not learning to live with your neighbors, it is dealing with a war. Politicians in the states are busy politicizing the crisis, passing blames, instead of joining hands to address the crisis. We hear there are some politicians who will even prefer that the crisis should worsen so that it will be a basis for declaration of a state of emergency in Benue State. Your Excellency, this is unfortunate, and any politicians that prays for more people to die for such a project is against the wishes of the people of Benue State. Appeal. Your Excellency, Benue State has made a lot of sacrifices to keep this country united. Many of our people died during the Civil War. We paid the supreme price for this country to keep.
Welcome back. 0913600410 is the number to dial. I played you first something from the president in his address in Benue State, and then I played you something from Thought Chief Professor Ayatse on the real situation and how a misdiagnosis of the security situation in Benue State is why putting together the solution has been so elusive. Let's hear what you have to say. And it's Open Mic Thursday. You're not bound to the stories, but if you like to comment, I hope that this information helps you put your thoughts together properly. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, you're live. All right, do make it back if you can. I'm also here to take WhatsApp calls. For those of you who are outside the country and would like to participate, you can call via WhatsApp. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
I'm Edward calling from Sango.
Welcome.
It's related to what is happening in Benue State. Even the journey has not just started now. It even started during Buhari time. When he watched Dino Minaye of his speech, we see that the ball lies on the table of the president. It's not only Benue, not only all over the nation. I want to know why Fulani herdsmen are killing people in Nigeria. Why so much like that? Because this thing have keep on going for many times. It will remain on the president, on the head of the president to declare a state of shift, because they are the aims and objectives of this Fulani herdsmen. It's not well known. Are they trying to take over? Because we cannot control losing life on a daily basis. So let the president know that not everything is politics. All this will not achieve that. It should resign.
All right.
It should resign.
Have a great morning. I appreciate your insight. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Babola.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I like this one. It's normal. It has been happening. I remember during the time of Saddam Hussein and Tūƙᴜ, we are so small that we are in in fact, they blew, doors on us. So it's normal. We cannot put the state government.
Hold on.
Yes.
Just hold on for me. I want to on the street under the rain for a visit that is a visit of mourning to welcome the president. Your comment is that it is normal, and even when you were kids, you had done things like that, so it's not a problem. Yes?
No, on this occasion, let's clarify it. Are they there for mourning or in welcoming the president? That's the question.
The president is going there to mourn with the people. That's what he's going there to do. He's not going there for fanfare. It wasn't a party. He was going there to see people who were mourning the death of 200.
Okay, yeah, so fine. He's our president. Yeah, don't that you I'm so small when it happened. I don't know Sokoto when he was alive. It happened to us and it's equal time. So you see, there's nothing new.
Okay.
So one of these children can be called the president tomorrow. So let's keep that aside. On the issue of a plateau. Yeah. President is talking in parable. The core issue of plateau is hijacking of land. People is behind the headers. Take it or you leave it. That is the fundamental truth. The timber and caliber are behind the headers. And that is why they have a kind of analogy that Nigeria said is 200 from Kano. So, you see, the thing is political. It's not left for them. That's why I said the president people, they are behind the headers. That is that. On the issue of Oyo State.
Thank you very much. You only have a minute, and I gave you extra time because I spoke during your time. That's why. Let's allow other people an opportunity to comment on this situation. Hello.
Hello, Babalola. So disappointing is what we should have expected. Mandate. Make sure this doesn't happen again. You see, the 74 people in a mass grave during autumn period, and the common song there was that this will never happen again. And it keeps happening. Then it's still, this will never happen again. The one salient question that any answer that is not satisfactory should have led to their dismissal. You say, and no arrest was made. Now you say they should go and fish them out. Where are they going to fish them out? When they have retreated to their camps. When they were coming, where was the Musa? Where was President Tinubu elected to preside over the burial and the death of Nigerians? Why can't he take action? He should have sacked Inspector General yesterday. Others will stand strike. They would have done that. You did not prevent this, and then you did not make any arrest. You have to go. They should have gone. I'm begging Tinubu, please. He should eliminate Mandela. Mandela came for one time, and he left the scene. Tinubu should do us a favor that he should not come back in 2027. Let us recover this country and move forward the way we were. We were living our life in peace.
Thank you very much. Let me read WhatsApp messages we have here. Open Mic Thursday. Good morning. Adegboyega Adedeji says the fact that top security officials have not been held accountable or resigned raises concerns about government commitment in addressing the genocide and killings. The people of Benue State shouldn't be swayed or carried away by mere political posturing of President Bola Tinubu. They should brace up, be vigilant and proactive in protecting themselves. President Bola Tinubu and his entourage will be leaving the state soon, and they will be left alone to protect and fend for themselves and their properties. We have top of the morning to you, Sage, on the persistent genocide and land grabbing by dates. I might not be able to read this entire message, Leke from Moshood, but you say that among other attacked Middle Belt and states in Nigeria by the same marauders, whose names and identities Nigerian mainstream media has constantly shielded away from mentioning to be politically correct, makes one too uncomfortable. There have been survivor testimonies and viral video evidences of these criminal invaders and how the cowardly perpetrators are colluded with by security agents. I have never seen a good country where the defense forces collude with terrorists to kill their own people. Men, women, children, even babies were burned to death by these inhumane marauders. Credit for the coverage of the carnage aftermath done by Martin's Innocent VDM in Yᴏᴜᴛ. I'm sorry I can't read this entire message. It's quite lengthy. We have a lot of messages here, but thank you very much, Liki, for Moshood. We have John from Ijanikin who says, what happened in Benue State yesterday was a complete show of shame. People that's supposed to be in mourning, they were on the road welcoming the president in a celebratory mood. Instead of the president to go to the local community where it happened, he went straight to a town hall meeting. The army chief were smiling while the rest were clapping. I don't think this government is serious in fighting insecurity. Well, he did go to the hospital where some people were recovering before he went to the banquet hall. And in his speech, he said he couldn't go to Yᴏᴜᴛ because apparently the area was flooded and they were not able to drive there. That was what he said in his speech. We have good morning, dear presenter. If the king is right about his assertions, who is holding the media responsible for the gross misinformation and profiling of a particular tribe despite the relocation of the chief of army staff to the state? The killing spree has continued. The killing will not end if the police, immigration and other security personnel are not made to answer questions until people suffer the consequences of their actions. Rolly Mutu from Alakwara there with a message. We have here good morning, Mainland FM crew. If there's any nation that needs state police, it should be Nigeria. The only permanent solution to the insecurity in Nigeria is state police and the banning of open grazing nationwide. May God help Nigeria. I'm Chris Ojubeli from Ikeja. Thank you, Chris. Good morning, Sejan Fuad. I heard the Tōtīv saying president is a courageous leader and asked him to stop the massacre in Benue. My question is, what makes the president a courageous leader when he has not addressed the carnage in Benue until thousands of Benue people have been massacred? What is courageous about the president when some local governments in the northeast have been taken over by criminals and headsmen, killing, maiming and raping the woman and kidnapping their people? This press, Chris from Magwere there with a message. Thank you. Hello.
Ogume, to be precise, in Ndokwa West.
Yeah.
It's very appalling, I tell. Over 20 years, 16 years is just a mere play. No light in the full Ndokwa nation. We see them coming every time, giving different promises. They connive with the elders there. We don't know where they all embezzle funds. The roads are bad. Insecurity is an issue. Same thing about these headers, men. They are still there. We are still having issues with people going around. Young boys are turning into, as I tell you, Delta State needs an Obiapu electricity. Go around all the villages. They use solar panels and they pay out of pocket.
Can only imagine what it's like for you who has to leave that experience. My heart goes out to you. I mean, the governor, Governor Sheriff Oboroboro, I mean, it's not like we're blaming you or anything. This is not a blame. I mean, power is the fundamental of economic development of any nation. There is no power in a place for 16 years, at least according to the report. It's something that needs to be, it's urgent. It's how do they function? How do people function? How do you do business? How do they go about the pricing for things? So people most likely have to buy things more expensive. Really, really sad. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hello, Sid.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. My name is Eric.
Welcome.
Sage, I was born here in Lagos. My mom is from Ndokwa, as in Abi, where Madam Ifis comes from. My dad is from Mukwata. Look, as in my place, Mukwata, there's no lights. There's no lights. The second or the third caller said, look, from Agbo, there's a road linked directly to Obiaruku. That road has been abandoned by the Delta State government. If you are going towards Agbo to Obiaruku, traveled to Kwale February, I have to ask questions. Delta, see the Delta, I just don't know what to say about it.
You have a beautiful morning. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Shola. I'm calling from. The first question I will ask is, can Leopard change his spot? No. I wasn't expecting anything much. Though he's going there, at least shows a bit of empathy, even though it was after he had been urged to go. Now, you know, by the sound bite you played, you did not play the one that really got me so annoyed was that ego massaging. He made a statement, I'm talking about President Tinubu. He said they hate me like hell. What is our business with that? He took campaign to where you're supposed to go and mourn. He said they hate me like hell. He said, but He said, but I'm here. He said, I'm here, I'm the president. And some people are clapping. Those people that follow him up and down. The problem of this country, we have psychopaths, political jobbers up and down. And, it breaks my heart. See, all those students lined up. You understand? For the governor, even if I can go to the site, look at BGM. That BGM was even more presidential than the president. That guy risks his life. You are telling us you are the president. Okay, what's the arrest? Are we talking about just mere criminals that are shoplifting? These are great people entirely. Yeah? We are in a quagmire with Nigeria the entire state.
Thank you so much. Let me read Facebook messages. We have John Bernard Oyi who says, what happened in Benue State yesterday was a complete show of shame. People that are supposed to be in a mourning mood, they were on the road welcoming the president in celebration. Instead of the president to go to the local community where it happened, he went straight to the town hall meeting. I believe I read this on WhatsApp already. Thank you very much, John, for your message. And Andre Temi Michael on Facebook says, hello, Mainland FM. I would like to call the attention of NERC and Consumer Protection Agency to the abnormal situation which has been seen or taken to be normal, where customers are the ones that have constantly been contributing money within the community to buy electrical materials like service cable wire, concrete poles, transformers, just to mention a few. The most annoying is where after buying these materials, inform the management of IKEDC Ijegun Business Unit Ikoton that such is happening presently on Ashikpa transformer, where there's not been power supply for 3 weeks. This is not a good situation at all, because at the end, erratic estimated billing will be distributed to cut meters or enforce the law that President has introduced, which is Operation No Prepaid Meters. No payment should be made to discos. God bless Nigeria. Thank you, Timi Tokwe Onotoye. We have Benjamin Ise on Facebook who says, good morning, Sejan Fuad. To me, the Benue State Governor is a trained Reverend Father. How he found himself in politics, I don't know. Can one advise him to step down for someone else to do the job while he faces his religious work? It is unfortunate seeing Benue people that are supposed to mourn their dead and express their displeasure to the president yesterday, dancing, singing, and turning everything to a political rally at a president's visit. It is unfortunate. He's supposed to be sacked yesterday. If we're serious and we value human life in this country, let's see what will happen in the coming days, since the president has given the IG marching order to arrest the killers in Benue State. The three tiers of government are sharing more money on a monthly basis with less development, and it calls for worry. Benjamin, many thanks. We have David Kolawole who says, you're talking about local government that has no light for 15 years. And from Ondo State, Irele local government, we have been without light for over 19 to 20 years now. A very big local government. If we fail... All right. Registration for PVC should be ready by now. We all need to vote this APC out. I'm sorry, I could not read that part of your message. It's very crude. But I'm so sorry. 20 years. ʟᴏᴜᴜ says, good morning, Sage. I really doff my hat for the Tortive of the land for his courage to tell Mr. President what political leaders have not been able to tell him, and equally disheartened to see the president scolding security operatives for silence and inaction on the issue of killings that have repeatedly happened with no arrest. To me, the president is not sincere and he should have a change of heart. All right, thank you very much. Chris Chichi says, good morning, Mainland FM. The president is there for fanfare and marketing. The guys inside Abuja have the solutions to the problem, but they don't want to apply it because there will be no way to cash out. All right, I'll go back to taking phone calls. Open Mic Thursday on Mainland 98.3 FM. I'm Sage, so when you call, tell me your name, tell me where you're calling from, and let me know what conversation you'd like to have this morning. Hello.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Really. We are turning governance to comedy. What I saw yesterday was more or less like comedy. Number one, speaking from what Mr. President said, view of defense staff. Like I remember when I was in secondary school, when they want to call out the class captain, you stand up. I've never seen this kind of thing in my life. A whole chief of defense staff of the whole country standing up in front of the society. You do me one kind. I won't lie. And okay, maybe that's the way he knows how to do it. He told them that they should put their heads on the ground. What did they not do? Do they need to be reminded on the okay? What is the timeline? Until when they are trademark? maybe arrange maybe one or two people, and they say they have caught them and whatever, and that will be the end. We have to be serious in this country. Really. We need it to, because of our children.
Yes, good morning. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Truth from Airport.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, from an South local government of Delta State, for over 20 years, I've not seen light in that place. About 7 communities from that very local government. And quite unfortunate, that is where one of the popular senators comes from. You know, that is where it's represented. For over 20 years, no light. No light, no good road. There was a road leading from Ogwa government. One of the 2 communities on Ogwa Road comes from that. Doing a lot of things in this country. So in 2027, I urge everybody to vote APC out. They don't know what they're doing. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right. Let me take another phone call. 09136000410 is the phone line. That's also where you send your text message to. But if you want to talk to me via WhatsApp, it's 09136000430. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, Madam Sage, how are you today? Barrister Peter Oku, I'm calling from Maryland.
Yes.
Yeah. On open mic today, my take is on the issue of insincerity, gross insincerity, and the lack of faith. The problem we have is that this president, Mr. Tinubu, is not insincere. He only wants to make click on Tinubu, and we are not going to accept it. It's unacceptable. A government that does not account to the people is not needed at this point in time in our history. We want accountability. The issue of insecurity is going to Benue and is lack of accountability, is corruption, absolute corruption. So if people are claiming a security vote, the president he could take governors all claiming security votes, and there is nothing to show for it. We cannot allow that to continue. We have to have a coalition of the press, the media, the civil society organizations, all working together.
Thank you.
To determine the fate of this country. We are not going anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, we should understand that
let people know who's speaking, please.
Hello?
Let people know who's speaking, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. My name is Malam Sandawan. I'm calling from Anabado.
Welcome. Go ahead.
It's not in the president's schedule or plan to visit Benue. And we have not seen any seriousness yesterday as you're talking. You know, in political midwest politics, I thought this guy, that I said, if that gathering will not turn to be a political funfair. And that was exactly happened. There was no that kind of feeling that, yes, I'm here for money. No, it was a political gathering. And you know what? This is not new for this president. I could remember in 1999 when he was the governor. On Sunday, 15th of October, year 2000, we know the genocide that was carried out in other tribes in this state. He was a governor, and there was no any. Tafa Balogun was the IG of police. But you see, I see no end in this problem because there is no sincerity in our leaders. The president himself, as we speak now, is 2027 that is his agenda. He never planned to go to Benue at all. It was the pressure of people that did that.
Thank you. Hello.
Good morning, Sage. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Man, that was supposed to control traffic. I'm no longer controlling traffic. Because, I don't know, you must know Kodu Road very well. You're aware that the Kodu Road, the service lane, the express lane, rather, has 2 lanes and there's a BRT lane. These days, in most cases, when a truck breaks down on the express lane, the last man, rather than go, I don't know what they're doing beside the truck. That's one. Secondly, the government needs to light up Lagos. Stage, I had to spend close to 30,000 to fix
LED lights in my car because Lagos is so dark these days. Then when you talk about the Benue issue, I saw the president. The president still behaves as if he's campaigning. That's my problem every time when he talks. I think he's still campaigning. You are saying you expected should have come to Benue to commission projects in a morning state. Do you get my point? During campaigns, we kept saying we need an hands-on a chief of staff, a chief of army staff. You are surprised. It's like the president is telling us that he's living in a bunker. He does not have internet on his phone. I don't get it. This president is talking to us as if he's campaigning, which is not good at all. Have a good day, my sister.
Have a better one, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Lady Sage.
Good morning.
Hello?
Prince Wise, I mean, come on, you've been with us long enough to know that you should turn down your radio. I'm not upset, I'm just saying, you know.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I know with radio.
There's somebody, I don't know if there's someone talking, is loud.
Okay.
Voice, can you go somewhere else or turn off the TV or whatever is playing, please?
Okay, I'm trying to run away from that place now. It's one man that is selling drugs now.
Please just go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. You see, this morning, we have present teaching Benue. Yes, better late than never. But the one I talk of yellow carriers today, I think our head of our police, the first one, the CP of Benue State is the first one. Even though the transfer that I was talking, what I mean, this is not easy. They are more closer to the government because they have to give the day by day advice to the government. Even though chief of that, he has a direct entry to Action Rock. So all of them now, they have to sit up. The committee amount to be set up now. Yes, you have to find solution to the problem. We can't be facing only that Plateau and Benue Plateau all the time. There's insecurity in other parts of the country. So let Nigeria move forward.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning to you, my dear.
Morning to you too. Let me go to read WhatsApp messages. They are piling up. We have good morning to everyone in this meet and drinks, while people in Niger State were in tears. If it's true that people of Benue welcomed the president, instead of wearing black and black, will it be more attack because they know that the president will not be able to confront them? What a shame. Mayor from Ikotwegwe. All right. Good morning. Allegedly killed. The video is online. He was hired to grab the land. We should keep on pretending people are hungry. If I'm from Asheshe. All right. There with an allegation. We have Victor Aloy Igboke on WhatsApp who says, good morning to the people of Mainland FM. As expected yesterday, yesterday's visit to Benue State by the president has confirmed to be another political jamboree, which his audience foolishly clapped for, and the so-called criminals are still out there waiting to be arrested. The president committed a blunder by that singular statement. That remark is an admittance of total failure. It's an indictment, but prefers to continue playing politics as usual. But God is watching. Victor Aloy Igboke from Ikeja. We have good morning, Sage and Professor Fouad. Please, for goodness sake, how can they use 60 billion naira to renovate governor's house? Why are these politicians eating the future of Nigeria's economy? 39 billion to renovate ICC. This is wickedness. When will these nonsense stop? Please, I need answers. God bless the people of Nigeria. Pastor Jude. We have good morning, Sage. I know you said we shouldn't speak about people's personalities, but please, which century was Alhaji Subar born? I can't believe someone will say that. Nothing bad or new for children under the rain. I have always been disappointed on opinions, but for today the disappointment has skyrocketed. This is why Nigeria is still a developing country and not a developed country. Emmanuel from Ikeja. Thank you. We have Nero from Akute who says, good morning, Sage and Fouad. I trust you're well, and we trust you're well too. You say on Benue's killing is a shame for the then for the children under the rain, I blame their parents. After all, the day was the clipping mic today on Benue. I believe that really the government and the people are not ready to stop the killing for Oyo State government house renovation. It's a strategical way to save money for election come 2027. Okay, according to you. We have good morning, Mainland Radio. My stake this morning is on the massacre that could be avoided avoided, and he claimed over 200 innocent souls in Benue State. My candid suggestion to avert further genocide are as follows. First, remove Riba, ask what they're doing with the vote. Appoint reigns. The advantage of state police is more than the disadvantage. Alhaji Ramiu Lisa from Palm Avenue, Mushin. Let me see if I can read one more message and take another phone call. Good morning, presenter. If it were true that those invading Benue State are from nearby countries, then the Nigeria immigration has questions to answer on how these people are getting free entry and exit into the country for so many years without checks. If the president condemns the killings, some Nigeria will say he didn't do enough. He visited Benue yesterday. There were still complaints that the visit is political. What exactly do Nigerians want? Until we stop collecting money from politicians before voting them into leadership position, then they will continue to milk us dry with no consequence. Bad followers will never produce good leaders.
John from Oba.
Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Honestly, what is happening in Benue is what they be condemned in Nigeria and action be taken. Surprised that those army chiefs, whatever, they are not able to make arrest. And the president condones this. It is not right now. Ordinarily, Oba here. I said ordinary, but a lot of respect for them. And a single soul was killed, I think, sometimes last year. The arrests were made immediately, and everybody feel the heat of this single kills and whatever the security officers are not able to do anything about it. And the president went there, and no arrest has been made, and the presidency left like this. Let them continue now. When Nigeria fall, it will fall on all our heads. But
yes, good morning.
My name is M쏘ɪᴜᴜ. I'm calling from Iju.
Welcome.
I want to be consistent in my comments in other platforms. I think there's a big disconnect between the president and the service chiefs. Happened yesterday. The president asked, why is it there has not been any arrest? It's supposed to have been removed. The National Security Advisor is supposed to have been removed. The Commissioner of Police in that state is supposed to have been removed. And the other security agencies that have failed to do the needful. And again, the governors are not using it for anything. They are using it for their personal gain. Look at what happens. No arrest, nothing. But I have to commend the president for asking that question. I listened to one professor yesterday. He said that the Fulanis are saying that they've come to occupy their territory. It was in Benue that Usman Danfodio was killed or died to occupy the land. It's unfortunate. Let more heads roll in Benue since the governor has refused to do the needful. God bless you, my dear.
Let's hope not. Let's hope messages so nobody is left out. And I would read one text message that I have here. Hold on. I have the town Ishimili North has been in darkness for on into.
My name is George from Yanakwaja.
Yes. Please, your radio, please. Your radio, please.
I'm okay now, right?
No, you're not. I'm so sorry. Hello.
This is good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is David Joshua.
Welcome.
Yeah, you complained that you talked about Ondukwa not having light for how many? See, the people at Sanjo, since then, you've not had light. That is the low government capital. The rest of the community, we are about Ondo State. If you go to Akure now, you will see light everywhere, street lights everywhere. They are using our money to feed. You know, this issue, this Nigeria, if we are not very careful, the thing will collapse on all of us. You know, you just abandon some people feeding the nation. You abandon them for years. The same thing has been from the beginning. They abandoned the Niger Delta people. And whenever these people start retaliating, people will be saying, militant. Now they are quiet too. Nigeria doesn't have their time. It is well.
All right, well, that's my last call for the day. I have to read the plethora of messages that I have on here. We have, good morning. I'm so disappointed by the president's speech and the hypocritical clapping by States Den. Here, the president is telling Nigerians that there's no accessible road to where the people cannot protect lives and properties in the same community due to the flood. What a shame of a nation. Captain Josie from Amuwodofe Estate, Mile 2, Lagos. Okay, we do have here, good morning. I recommend that security agents should be headed by the rank of majors, while they should be relocated to rural areas. We need young officers' commitment, as we have in Burkina Faso at the moment. We have Sage, I greet you fundamentally. I have a feeling my namesake. It's always good to speak true to power, not minding what is the idea of having a cultural display and school children lining up under the rain to welcome the president, who is supposedly... Truth is, the attacks will resume as soon as the president leaves, because the huge security that came with him would also leave with him. Governor Hyacinth on his own part doesn't look like someone who can handle the crisis. It took him Sogbona from Oshodi there with a message. We have good morning. 63 billion ability to anyone. These are the things that are done with impunity. And for the mass killings across the country by these non-state actors prove how insensitive those who have been saddled with the life goes on. The proactive president in human lives. I don't want to say something that would make you censor me, but this is disheartening. James from there are lots of communities in Nigeria that don't have electricity. My village in Cross River, Ogoja local government, in Cameroon precisely, more than 40 years, no light. Engineer Boni from Alimosho speaks to them. Are they okay? Because what exactly are they clapping for? It is well with my country. Rosemary at all, that will make such an incident not happen there, and everything that it could be. They have experts join. We have people who come to show us how very talented the Nigerian people can be and how we can mainland 98.